Kind enough to come back. I appreciate it. Round 2, part 2 of our exclusive with Aaron Aanonsen.
I didn't forget.
No, I appreciate that. Did you get net? You got the last piece of the net.
So,
just make sure you got it.
If this guy knows our assistants, we kind of ride behind the scenes. That's just kind of who we are. And I knew if I didn't go down there, because this is a special moment, you don't get to cut down the nets a whole heck of a lot. And I always joke with Ev and Coach Sizemore. Every win I'm like, hey, you ever been this in 4 before? And he's like, no. And before last game, I think it was Thursday night, he finally looked at me. He's like, you ever been 23-4 before? I go, no, because my best record was when I was at Lakeland. We had 22 wins. And then today we're like, you ever won 24 games? We're like, no. So it's just a moment that's special. You just don't get it. I never know when it's actually going to come again. So you just have to cherish that opportunity to cut down a net because it's so hard.
I just want to ask you about the game for just a second, and I kind of touched on it there with Breckel. Every time they made a push, every time they made a run, you guys had a stop, you guys had a basket, you did something to squelch any momentum that St. Norbert had. You really suffocated them, and they didn't ever, in my opinion, it never felt like St. Norbert was truly going to threaten this ball game.
Well, I did not feel that
I
way.
knew you were going to say that because you're a coach, though.
But I think the thing that makes Ryan special is he can impact a game in so many different ways other than scoring. And I think that's what makes him so elite is, yes, he did have 8 points tonight, but that's what the game called for. And we talk to our guys all the time. We've gotten really good at it as of late the game might give you 20 shots, and we have really good players in our program. If the game gives you 20, shoot 20. If the game gives you 5, shoot 5. You take what it gives you. And he did a really nice job of that tonight, not forcing anything, but the job he did defensively. He's such an underrated defensive player. I personally think he's the defensive player of the year in our conference. And it just goes to show you by the rebounds, the block shots, the different things he alters at the rim, because he's such a high IQ player. And not just him, I think you saw it overall from a team defensive perspective. All of our guys who took the court were so locked into our scheme.
I was here earlier today for a men's volleyball match, so I stayed throughout between that one and this one. First guy out here, Jacob Heffley. Let's see, we tipped off at 4. He may have been out here around 145 shooting. And I know he kind of struggled a little bit in those 2 tourney games. Comes out, bang, bang, early. Finishes with 13 points, and he had 3 threes, but they were big ones. That was great to see Heff kind of get back in stride. He's one of the best in the country.
Yeah, he is. And I think that's what makes our group unique. We talk to our guys a lot about staying in routine, but also just understanding what works for you. Jacob loves to come in a couple hours before and get shots up. We've kind of evolved in our program where we don't have shoot-arounds. We have team devotions and film sessions before the game. Some of our guys, if you ask my guy on the right, he doesn't want much time to warm up because he probably plays so many minutes, he just wants to hoop, right? Other guys want to get a couple hundred shots up. So we let each guy make their decision on what is best for them. And if you leave Heff in here 7 days a week, the guy's probably in here shooting because that's what he loves to do.
Well, we'll end on this, and I'll let you get back down there and do some celebrating. But I know the journey's not done, and I said this with, I think I said it with Stoltz. You look at the NCAA tournament, and we'll see where you go and who you play and all that stuff. But to have a starting lineup of 5 seniors and 3 1,000-point scorers, and to be playing at the level that they are on both ends of the floor, I imagine there are a few coaches across this country and a few coaches in that national tournament that are going to be very envious of what Wisconsin Lutheran is bringing to the table.
Yeah, we're ready. Period. We're ready to go. We've been playing for it, not just this moment, and I've been prepping our guys this all year. I didn't know if it was some sort of overconfidence because that's usually not me, but I want our guys to understand that, yes, this is really cool, but just by looking at some of our non-conference wins, we can compete with anybody if we are at our very best. If we don't bring our best, it's hard to compete, but when we are locked in, we are going to be a difficult team to beat. And if we come ready to go next Friday, I'm excited to see what we're going to do on a national level because we've done it before in non-conference. So this isn't something that we're not used to.
And we'll be following. Enjoy it all night long and then into Sunday, and then we'll see you Monday at the selection show.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank
Appreciate you.
That was fun. Aaron Aanonsen, 7th year,